Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is MagicLoader and welcome back to another video. In this video I will be showing you what REYNA does, a couple of minutes of her gameplay, and how to play her efficiently. I hope you will enjoy this video because I put a lot of time and effort into it, and before we start, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. In the background you can see REYNA's contract and everything that you get from playing with her and activating her contract. You can activate any agent's contract and get to tier 10, which is usually a weapon skin, and along the way you get some sprays, some player cards, and some titles. After the REYNA contract list, I will be showing you the animation that you get when you try to lock her in a game, which is also pretty neat. First things first, REYNA is a duelist. Duelists are self-sufficient fraggers who their team expects through abilities and skills to get high frags and seek out engagements first. What does this mean? REYNA is something like Phoenix or Omen. Pretty much every duelist is pretty much an entry fragger. So what you need to do with her is play aggressively, go for kills, because all of her abilities are mostly based around kills, so the more kills you get, the better. Now moving on to REYNA's first ability, which is called Leer. It equips an internal destructible eye. Activate to cast the eye a short distance forward. The eye will nearsight all enemies who look at it. What does this mean? So basically this is some kind of an eye which looks like an orb, as you can see here. It is a fixed distance and you cannot change the distance it goes through, but it can go through walls and it nearsights all enemies who look at it. It basically functions like an eye. If the enemy can see it, the enemy is blinded. If the enemy can't see it, he is not blinded, he or she, whatever. So as you can see from the different point of perspective, if it's in your screen, if you can basically see it on your monitor, it actually blinds you. You can shoot this eye out in like 2 or 3 bullets, and the eye doesn't really last for a long time. It lasts 2 or 3 seconds, so it's not really overpowered. I think this is actually good, because if the eye lasted for 5 or 6 seconds, it would be overpowered and unbalanced. Although REYNA is a new agent, she has pretty good abilities, and I think she is a little bit overpowered and needs a bit of a nerf, but we'll talk about that later. Here there's some clips how the eye actually works, and from multiple scenarios, so you can be ready when the eye actually comes to you. It doesn't work if it's behind some kind of a wall and you cannot see it. Now moving on to REYNA's second ability, which is Devour, Soul Harvest. Enemies killed by REYNA leave behind soul orbs that last 3 seconds. Now this is Devour's passive ability. When you kill someone, they leave a soul behind, or a little orb on the ground that lasts for 3 seconds, leaving you to decide which of the 2 abilities you will use. Will you use it to heal yourself, or will you use it to get invincible or invisible depending on your ultimate? More about that later. While I replay this clip one more time or 2 more times, I will explain to you what actually it does. So what Devour actually does is it Instantly consumes a nearby soul orb, rapidly healing for a short duration. Health gained through this skill exceeding 100 will decay over time. If Empress is active, the skill will automatically cast and not consume the soul orb. I'll be talking about that later. But the main thing you need to know, if you activate this, you basically heal yourself, and if you do not have 150 health, you will overheal onto basically 150 health if you were damaged at 50, but it scales. Basically, the health that you get from overhealing decays over time and it drops down back to 100. But this is a really powerful ability. If you get a kill, you can basically heal yourself to 150 in a matter of 2 seconds and be full ready for another opponent. Now moving on to the next ability of REYNA, which is Dismiss. Instantly consume a nearby soul orb, becoming intangible for a short duration. If Empress is active, also become invisible. What does this mean? This means that the Riot has not fixed their hitboxes, as we can see here, but that's another question. But once you activate it, you become intangible. Intangible means you cannot get hit and you cannot receive any damage, but also you cannot shoot in this mode because it would be too powerful for you not to be able to get hit and to hit other people, if you know what I mean. So let's use it a couple more times here to show you that you can actually move through this state and you're actually a bit faster. It's like you're holding a knife. And in the next clip, which we'll be seeing right now, you can see that you cannot receive any damage while using this ability, which is quite powerful if you ask me. Moving on to the last REYNA's ability, which is her ultimate, called Empress. Instantly enter a frenzy, increasing firing, equip, and reload speed dramatically. Gain infinite charges of soul harvest abilities, scoring a kill renews the duration. So let's get right into this ability because it's so overpowered. So first things first, once you ult, your screen gets darker and the abilities and everything else gets changed a bit. For example, the enemy color gets bright red and you can see them clearly, it's like they're revealed, and your both metal abilities get purple and they have no charges, so you can use them infinitely. Once you kill someone, you automatically get overhealed, and once you use your other ability on a soul orb, you become invisible and intangible, which is basically a buff to those two abilities if you're ulting. You also get a pretty good combat stim where all of your guns shoot and reload way faster, like I said at the beginning, and we will be seeing it right now using this Vandal spray. Here you can see, with and without REYNA's ability, most of the weapons in this game. While you're watching this, I want you to go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also leave a like in the video if you learned anything new about REYNA, because it really means a lot to me. I really put my time and effort into making these videos for you, so I would gladly appreciate it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.